I'm here with Charlene, aka the Queen of Positivity. You must have been smiling from minute one right throughout the game, right?
Absolutely. The way we kicked off that game was just amazing, came with really good energy. You could see we went out there for the win today. It was a fantastic performance from the get-go. First half, fantastic. Second half, bit disappointed that we conceded that goal, but I'm just blown away by the team. I mean, I did come into this game quite confident, feeling like we would get the win, but I was not expecting a 5-1 win. That is a bold statement.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't expecting that myself. I mean, I was one of those that was saying, listen, if we get a draw, I'll take that. And I got that very wrong. So, listen, shout out to the players, man. But we're seeing in the last two performances in particular, a massive change, both in the way we play, the confidence. What do you put that down to?
One player, Martin Odegaard.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Listen, when we kicked off the season, we started off pretty decent. The moment Odegaard went out injured, that's when everything was just on a decline. Odegaard is back. And this is what we're doing. You know, we're performing to the levels that we know we're capable of doing. And we're getting the wins. I think Odegaard just plays a fundamental role. So it's great that he's back and hopefully he stays fit for the remainder of the season.
And listen, I'm not trying to paraphrase you in any way, but obviously you mentioned Odegaard, but we're not a one-man team. But what Odegaard does is he links the play and he provides those moments, you know what I mean, those little passes and the interchange with Saka and all the rest of it. It just takes us to another level, yeah?
Absolutely, and he's definitely got a real presence on the pitch as well. You know, I mentioned in the starting 11, like when Odegaard's not playing, Kai Havertz is out of position. So it's almost as if you're missing a player. It's almost as if you're a man down because, you know, Havertz has to cover extra ground. So Martin Odegaard being back, linking the play, you know, those passes and everything that he brings to the team makes a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And what did you think of the defence today? Because, I mean, a lot of people were talking up Gyökeres, including myself. I mean, he's the hot guy at the moment in terms of scoring goals. But today, those two guys, I would say they pocketed him completely, but they definitely came out on top, right?
Listen, Gyökeres was not hot today for sure. Listen, our back line is solid, mate. Our centre-back pairing, you know, goes without saying. Great that Calafiori and Timber are back fit as well. Them two are just solid as well. It was a good performance from the whole back line. Great to see Gabriel Magalhaes get on the score sheet as well. Love the celebration.
Still trying to work out what that was about, but yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, but the fact that we was able to keep him quiet and deal with him accordingly just says it all about our defence. You know, Gyökeres is a big player, and we kept him quiet throughout today's game.
I think in all departments, defence, midfield, up top, we look really good tonight. Do you think that the team that took the pitch tonight is Arsenal's best 11?
100%. That is definitely our strongest starting 11 for sure. I was happy that we did put that team out today. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's.
You wouldn't make any changes for the West Ham game?
No, I wouldn't. I will keep it exactly as it is. Strongest starting 11. We did see Declan Rice come off. He did look like he had a bit of pain throughout the game as well. So, you know, if he needs to be rested, because obviously we know he's got the broken toe, if he needs to be rested or whatever, then I have no problem with Marino stepping in. I think he came on. It was a lovely shot by him as well. Trossard, you know, after it deflected, tried to head it in. So, yeah, I wouldn't be fussed at all if Arteta does decide to make that change.
I would imagine Declan will be desperate to play on Saturday, given it's 100%. Against West Ham.
Exactly, 100%. Definitely would want to play, and it's a game that you would want him to play in also. But I guess on the other side, you want to make sure your players are fit, especially Declan Rice, key player for us. So I'm happy either way with whatever Mikel Arteta chooses to do.
It's a big game on Saturday because, I mean, you know, last week we had that very impressive win against Forest and again tonight in the Champions League. 5 goals in the Champions League. I think that's our biggest win in the Champions League since 2008. But just to go back to the league, based on what you've seen in the last couple of performances, do you think that a title run is back on?
Listen, don't rule us out at all. It's still quite early on in the season. Obviously, naturally, we're just going to start getting nervous, when there's such a big points difference between us and Liverpool. You're going to feel nervous. You're going to feel like, oh, that's it, the season's over. But you just never know what's going to happen in football. We wasn't expecting Man City to drop off the way that they've fallen off. So you just never know. I'm saying go for it, don't hold back at all. But as long as we're still in it, we're still in it. And I do feel like we are. So, yeah, I'm not losing any faith in the team whatsoever.
No, I'm with you on that. I don't think it's insurmountable because, okay, Liverpool are looking good at the moment, but they have been beaten already. Forest beat them on their ground. They played at the weekend against Southampton. They won the game, but they weren't wholly impressive. So if we can keep up our form the way we're going at the moment, keep winning, just take care of our stuff, then you never know what might happen. Yeah?
Absolutely, and that's all we can do, just control the things that we are in control of. And even when you look at our performance against Liverpool, we done pretty decent. I was quite proud of the team with the performance that we put out against them. So, yeah.
I was interested to note that when we had the show prior to the watch along, yourself and you, me, James and Turkish, you had quite a little heated argument, in good faith, obviously. About the striking options. Now, Havertz got the starting berth tonight. He did get a goal. But I think it's fair to say that other than the goal, he didn't really show too much. Or am I being unfair there? What do you say?
I'll agree with you.
What do you think of his performance tonight?
I'll agree with you. It wasn't a bad performance from him. It was great to see him get the goal. But, yeah, he wasn't my man of the match. My man of the match was Martin Ødegaard. So, yeah, it was a good performance from him. But I wouldn't say, he was...
So I guess, I guess what I'm trying to say is, would you stick with him for the game against West Ham and not bring in Jesus, or be tempted to make any changes?
Oh, absolutely not. No, definitely happy with Kai Havertz. And yeah, I think it's very evident that my preferred starting player over the two is Kai Havertz. I do feel like he's more likely to score for us. On the other hand, Jesus does bring amazing play to the game, but we want our man up top to score goals, and I just feel like Kai Havertz is the player who's more capable to do that. So I'm definitely keeping in Kai Havertz for sure.
And a quick word for the manager. I know when he was getting a lot of stick round about the international break time, you were one of the most vociferous defenders of the manager. What would you like to say now, given the last couple of performances? What would you like to say to those naysayers?
Listen, Mikel, Arteta, I have always believed in you. And I still do. So, in football, you're going to go through the good times, you're going to go through the bad times. But I've got my faith and belief in you through it all. And look, you've bounced back, We rode the storm. You've bounced back, getting big results. So I'm proud of you, and keep doing what you do. I believe in you.